Ever wished you could create commercial storyboards for video without having to sketch each individual panel? Using Adobe Firefly Boards, you can easily create video storyboards with consistent styles and characters. Hi, my name's Kevin Stohlmeyer. I'm an Adobe ambassador and creative with over 35 years experience in the design field. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to use Adobe Firefly Boards to generate a compelling storyboard for a commercial. Here we are inside of Adobe Firefly Boards. First, we'll need to add our assets from either our Creative Cloud storage or on our local device using the Add Content button and choosing your device, which will load from your local storage, or choosing Adobe Cloud Storage, which will load from various options connected to your Adobe Creative Cloud account. Once you have your two assets in here, we can take a look at them. One image will be our style source, in this case, a stylized sketch, and the other is going to be our inspiration for our starting panel. After you have your two images imported, we can begin to formulate our storyboards. Next, we'll go to the Generate Image panel and choose our generation model. In this case, I'm going to use Google Gemini 3.1 Nano Banana 2. I like this model because it keeps a consistent style and characters throughout generations. This is a key feature when generating storyboards. Next, I'm going to change my orientation to landscape, and my resolution is set to 1K. Then I'm going to use either the eyedropper or the image button to add my two images to the Generate Image panel. The first image is going to be my style source for the sketch, and the second one is going to be used for my inspiration. Last, I'll add a prompt to generate my first frame. I want to make sure that I tell the model that I want to be consistent with my style and describe the scene. For my first panel, I'll prompt, create a storyboard sketch of the family eating breakfast at the table. A cereal box product is centered on the table, keeping a consistent black and white sketch style. Once I have that entered, I'll click Generate. Now that I have my generated results, I can add this to my panel just by clicking on the image and place on canvas. And there's my first panel. For each new frame, I will use the original sketch image as one of my images and then add generated results as sources to help maintain characters across my remaining frames. Once I have all my frames generated, I'm ready to either share via the Share feature in Adobe Firefly Boards, or in this case, I want to animate one of the frames to demonstrate camera movement. To animate a frame, simply select your frame and click Convert in the contextual taskbar. Choose Image to Video to automatically add your image as the starting frame for your video. I'm going to change my model to Kling 2.5 Turbo since this is intended strictly for concepting and it uses significantly less credits than the other video models, allowing me to experiment more. I'll add a prompt giving camera direction. In this case, camera slowly zooms in to focus on the cereal box on the table. Hero shot of the product. And then click Generate. Once my asset is generated, I can add it to my board and preview the video. Now that you know how to use Adobe Firefly Boards to generate consistent styles and characters, it's your turn to tell a story by building your own storyboards. Again, my name is Kevin Stohlmeyer, and thanks for watching.